College football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. So Kansas offense will get the first crack at it here. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays. And
the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Jayhawks are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and
breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
this offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's fired. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Makes the catch near the 50. He's going to get loose. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Gets it. Got enough space. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Arizona State. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Fielded in the end zone. It's fired. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out in the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. On the ground, it's Harris. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But when you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Jayhawks just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough. But it looks as if they won this battle with the commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Got a man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
4th down and short. You want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that 1st down.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll run it. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's fired. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. The Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Finds a man by himself. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Gives it on the option. He breaks a tackle.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Tagged out of the air. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the single back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off-play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Wants to throw it. It's on target and complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Jayhawks want to move quickly. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawks. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out, they'll get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
Bringing it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Holds it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball.
Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Coming out with it, it's fired. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Took a shot as he threw, and they failed to hook up on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Still running at the 35. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Sun Devils come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And here's the return. And the returner will be brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Gives it on the option. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Jayhawks in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the catch. It's Slade. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Jayhawks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the flag. 2nd down coming up.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Buying some time. Got room at the 35. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
The Jayhawks will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Forced out of the pocket. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Took care of it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And he affects his defense with the scrambles. Another 1st down and yet another big gain. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterback.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Handoff from the shotgun. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. And the Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. Handoff from the gun. Gives him a little breathing room. Picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Catch in the middle. It's Gallagher. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Sun Devils are on the move. They just keep firing. Snagged in the middle. It's Gallagher. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Fires into the end zone. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Looking for room. It's fired.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the Jayhawks will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. That's one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
Yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, give on the inside. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Turning it on! Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Makes the quick grab. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run play action. Got him downfield. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Makes the grab on the left. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. The Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Firing to the right, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Looking to throw for it. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This offense has it with really good field position. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Flips it out to the back. Makes a man miss.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Pucks it out of the air. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right. Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Yeah, And this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and the receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
He's got it. First down and more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on second down. Under fire. Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. And the Jayhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Jayhawks have taken it inside the 20. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's leg. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They're able to rally to the running back, gain of no yards.
Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle, it's leg. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Trying to get it in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that